MDZ De Niro, back again, another week. Empire, they're getting better. I'm feeling it. The show is starting to pick up. Those storylines is finally starting to come out, and they're doing a better job. The first week was kind of dry, but this week they doing better. Wait up. Looking kind of good in that tank top. Shout out Versace for the tank top. Looking a little diesel up in there. Got me back in the gym so I could flex. Anyway, back to Empire. Enough about me. Yo, they picked from the start. It got better. I like how they just jump right into everything. And just from the start, Cookie popped up at Lucious' house. This was the first time she saw his big mansion since she was locked up all these years. And he had like a mega mansion. He's living good. But the funny part was, I've been through this before. I know a lot of y'all guys probably been through this too. I used to get my hair braided when I had long hair, whatever. And when my girl was over and she knew I was getting my hair braided, she would always make an excuse to come over. And just so happened, right before the girl would come to braid my hair, my girl will always get undressed and act like she's going to sleep. But then when the girl is in the living room braiding my hair, my girl will make an excuse to go to the kitchen or get something while she half naked. I guess to show off her body, like to show the other girl, yo, this is what he has. Funny thing is, I could relate to that when they played it in Empire. Cookie popped up at the house. Anika, which is Lucious's love interest, Anika they see him on the security camera, so she's like, what she's doing here? So Anika is fully dressed. She got all her clothes on already. Fully dressed, about to head out the door, business suit, everything, looking good. And then when she sees Cookie popping up, she disappears into the other room. So now Lucious goes outside, meet up with Cookie, brings in the house. Just so happened, as Cookie's coming in the house, Anika's undressed now. She just got her bra and panties on. Chicks be killing me with that. So she came out like they just finished having sex or something. Come out the room. Oh, what you doing here? You knew she was coming. You just saw on surveillance camera, but you want to get half naked to show off your little body. To show his ex what he's working with now. So I can relate to that. And a thing about Anika, she's pretty, but she's not attractive. Some people might be like, what the hell are you talking about? But let me clear this up. She has all the pretty features. She's pretty. She has a pretty face. There's nothing wrong with her. She's not ugly at all. But to me, she's just not attractive. Like, she don't have that, like, you be like, damn, I want that. She has that, oh, she's a pretty girl. That look. That, oh, yeah, she's pretty. But I ain't gonna front. When she was standing there in them bra and panties, damn. She don't have, like, a big bubble. I like the natural. I don't like all the butt injections and everything and all that, but that's a whole nother story. I like a woman that has natural curves, natural nice body. And Anika, she don't have a big bubble. She has a little bubble, but them little bubbles were looking nice in them panties. She didn't have the like, damn, look at that. But she had nice little tasty cakes. I'm gonna call them tasty cakes. You know, they small but delicious. She had them tasty cakes, son. Them tasty cakes was looking nice. If you didn't watch the show, all your guys out there, I had to rewind that part. I won't front. I had to rewind that part back. Like, damn, she did like a little walkout? Even Cookie had to, before she walked off, look at her like, oh, that's what you working with? Yeah. Those tasty cakes was looking nice. I ain't gonna front. But fast forward, whatever. That scene happened and everything. Then they went to the scene where his youngest son, Hakeem, you know, the thug son, the rapper, He's in the studio practicing, and then this girl comes in to their studio session by mistake. Her name is Tiana. And he catches, Hakeem loves the women. That's going to be his downfall. That was always my downfall. That's why I'm all messed up now, going through a divorce and everything. Ladies, get at me, I'm single. But anyway, his downfall is going to be the women. So he saw her, he's like, yo, what's up? She walked out, so he followed her into her audition. But before we get into that, did you realize her name is Tiana, right? Don't she have, is it just me, or is she biting off of Tiana Taylor's swag? She reminds me so much of Tiana Taylor. I had to keep looking at her like, is that Tiana Taylor? But she looks a little, this Tiana looks a little prettier in the face. But she don't have the body like Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor body is sick. For those who don't know who I'm talking about, if you saw a Fabulous video, Slim Thick, that's Tiana Taylor. The one that I think she was on Pharrell's label back in the days. I don't know what happened. She has a record out now. I don't know if it did too well. But she just looks just like Tiana Taylor. And her storyline seems like it's her. Like they're talking about her in real life. Like the real life Tiana Taylor. Because if you peep it, I don't want to get too deep into the story, but she's like a celebrity singer or whatever, but she's attracted to guys that's popping. Now, people that's in the industry, the public might not know, but people that's in the industry, that's in the circle, we know that Tiana Taylor messes with the dudes that's popping in the industry. Like, if you're not popping, she's not going to mess with you. But then if you're popping in the industry, then all of a sudden, she's team you. She was team Chris Brown, Chris Breezy, team this. She rides with the dudes that's popping at the time. So, I'm wondering was that part meant for her? And did she pull out the part because maybe the part was too true of her real self? That's something to think about. But fast forward anyway, Tiana Taylor plays him when he comes in her audition. He tries to get with her. Hakeem tries to get with her, but Tiana Taylor plays him like, "Come on, you fake. Like she don't mess with fake dudes. Like, he has money, and he thought he was popping because he had money. Like he came in on some, I'm somebody you should want to know. I'm Lucious's son. I'm about to run this empire, whatever. So you should get with me." And she was like, "Oh, please, like you phony, like you're a fake dude," because she didn't want a fake thug. A lot of women don't want the fake thugs, the guys that try to act like they thugged out, but they live in a suburban life, protected life, and they really not about that life. So later on, I guess he tries to prove himself to her. Because he's in the restaurant and they pull out the camera and everything and they're like, "Yo, what's up with Tiana? What's up with Tiana?" So he gets mad and I guess he wants to prove to her, he does all this for a female, that he's super thugged out. So in an expensive restaurant, he pulls out his dick, pulls out his penis and start peeing. Now, that part of the storyline, I think that's making rappers look a little bad. Like, I don't know a rapper in history that in an expensive restaurant start pissing. But since this is on public network, there's going to be people that think, yeah, they're really animals like that. But this is just TV. I never heard of nothing like that. But that's his way of, I guess, proving to Tiana that he's a thug, because he's shouting out to the video, "Oh, Tiana, look at this." And then he pees in the restaurant to try to show that he's tough. And then on top of that, he assassinates the character of our dear president. He disrespected Obama. He got at my boy Barack. That's my dog right there. Come on. To sell ratings, y'all had him get at Barack Obama. First black president. Anyway, he dissed Barack Obama and called him a sellout. And then they had another person in there tell him, agree with him, co-sign like, yeah, he's not even a full brother anyway, he's half a brother. So I guess they pulling that stereotype into it. You know, if you're mixed, you're not 100% one nationality, you're considered half. Man, society in the whole is a melting pot. Nobody is 100% pure nothing. 100% pure anything. We all mix with something. We all, I don't care what y'all want to think. If y'all do your genealogy, y'all will all see that we are all mixed up people. Nobody is 100% pure. So on that note, all that mixed races and mixed kids, and we all mix. But back to the storyline. Anyway, he tries to prove that he's tough. So he pees in the restaurant, calls out Barack Obama. The video goes viral. It goes all around. And now, all of a sudden, he becomes popping in the news. Because the controversy. So the controversy sells. Makes him popping. So the suburban kid that's not tough does something stupid and foolish. But in today's society, that stupid and foolish stuff is looked at as thugged out. That's what society has come to now. Think of it as like Justin Bieber. Things Justin Bieber do. He goes, throw some balloons or water balloons or eggs a house. He eggs a house, so they call him a thug. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber a thug. Wait up. Let me get close for that. Justin Bieber egged a house, so they call him a thug. I'm from the hood. I never saw a thug egg a house before. They might egg the people. Not even throw an egg. We might hit them with a rock. But we ain't throwing no eggs. We ain't wasting no eggs on a person's house. But that's what happened with Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber egged a house and they call him a thug. He hangs with different people, so they call him a thug. So they showing that side of the industry. Like, there's a lot of people in the industry that's really not thugged out like that. But they do little stupid, foolish things. And then society labeled them as thugs. And then the spiral effect is their record sales go up. People start buying into it. They start buying into this fake image of that bad boy image. Because you know the women love the bad boys. They love the bad boys. I'm a bad boy myself. But anyway, that bad boy image sells records. So just like Chris Brown R&B singer, but he's out there thugging. He's even a gangbanger. Think he's a blood. So now the women love him even more. So they forgive him for all the bad stuff he did. Because his image, that thug image. So the women want that thug image. Shout out to Chris Breezy. We got to work together soon. I sent you those beats. Get back at me. But anyway. So she didn't want to get with him. She didn't want to get with Hakeem. So Hakeem did all of this. The video went viral. It start being a demand for him. So he finally does a show. He performs. And when he performs at the show, he does a song about Tiana, whatever. So Tiana at first didn't want to show up at the show. She didn't want nothing to do with him. In the beginning, he had offered VIP tickets to the show, but she was like, "Come on, you phony. I don't roll with phony dudes." But now Tiana was home and she saw this video of him pissing in the restaurant and all of that and calling Obama out. So now she with her girlfriends, they looking like, he might be a little thugged out. So now she shows up at his show. So when she shows up at his show, she see him she see him on stage rocking the mic, whatever, performing anything. The crowd going crazy. It's all, he got everybody hyped. And now he's becoming a star. He's becoming a man. And just like it always happens, now she wants him.